So I thought that I would just show pictures with my voiceover so that you could see everything. So I'm leaving for Finland, and I have a bunch of food, which I was very surprised. We went through so many different time zones. It was crazy looking out the window. And of course, I got no sleep on the flight. Oh, I forgot to mention, my mother tagged along. We got to meet these people. They are professors on the train. They really helped out a lot. So the first couple days was just moving in, and here was my room. You can tell I really like Olaf a lot. And of course, America. Always got to bring it into Finland. And this is my kitchen. So no one else at this point was in my apartment except for me. So that was really nice to just have time to figure out things on my own. So we went to the city. Here I am with my mom visiting the city. That's a building in the city. It's really pretty. They have so many old buildings here. And then we just walked around and just looked at things, and they have so many pretty buildings here that it's so great. So that is the view from outside of my window. Very nice, very pretty. But we walked about 12 miles one day, and we got completely lost walking to the city. But then once we found it, we kind of knew it, and so that was really helpful to be able to walk to the city and be able to walk back or take the bus there. That's actually a reindeer sandwich that we went and visited Kimmy, and that's like this little pancake thing, but it doesn't taste like a pancake. It tastes like something else. But this is Kimmy, which is about an hour north from Oulu, and we visited it while my mother was in town, and it started raining, so we hid underneath a boat, and there's actually someone in the boat beside us, so it was kind of weird to hear them speaking and stuff. But Kimmy was absolutely beautiful, and believe it or not, some people were actually in that water swimming, which I just could not comprehend because it was about 60 degrees at this time, and I would never go into the water that cold. I was wearing sweaters and leggings. Whew. But this looked like a little stage area. It was really cute. Kimmy was just a very cute little town. The views were incredible. It was very on and off weather though. It would rain for 5 minutes and then stop. So it was just really different. Of course, that's all of Finland. It rains and it stops, and then you just always have to have
waiting for the rain to stop.
Raincoat with you. That's us underneath the boat. So then I took my mother back to Helsinki, and this was very difficult because we were staying at an Airbnb and we could not find it. It took us 3 hours to find our Airbnb. We walked and walked and walked, and eventually we talked to people and got it figured out, but that was just very frustrating. But thankfully, a lot more people speak English in Helsinki, which does not seem to be the case in Oulu. It's very hard to find people that understand and speak English, which makes sense because it's their third language since they learned Finnish, Swedish, and then English. So this is kind of the center of Helsinki. There's a great cathedral. There's a bunch of statues. There's a guy playing his violin. It was just a very cute, very captivating city. I was very excited to be there. But Helsinki was probably the prettiest city I've ever been to. Every single building was old and had history behind it, and it was just a really cool town to go and see everything that was in it. This is an old church. I think it was Catholic, and there's no speaking in the church, but everything about it was beautiful. All of the walls, the ceiling, everything. It was just crazy to see everything. That was the building. if the picture will go up, which it didn't. Awesome. But yeah, Helsinki, it also is nice because it's on the water. And that's their recycling. They're really big into recycling, so they have all that out there. It's crazy. But Helsinki is on the water, and so a lot of ships come in. So it's a really cool city just to be able to be on the capital and be on the city, so you can walk to the water and look at all these cute ships. But when I got back, my roommates, those two were both American, and I have one Czech Republic. So this celebration is my first celebration. And then we were walking, that's my roommate Emma, and we just walked around the lake and we tried to get to know Oulu, which was really nice. Bikes are very important, so thankfully we stumbled upon a bike shop and found some. And we got the experience to go to the air guitar show world championship. So that was definitely an experience I'll never forget. So, an American won, so that was really cool. So go America. Never heard of the world championship before, but it's always held in Oulu. So it was really big. People were really excited about it. And we made a lot of German friends, which is surprisingly, they speak really good English and they just are really easy to get along. So I've made a lot of German friends since I've gotten here. We biked to a beach that was about 30 minutes away from where I live in Oulu, and I don't remember the name, but it started with an N of the beach, so it was really pretty to go there. It was really cold and windy, but it was still really pretty just to see and climb the tiny little lighthouse and be able to go there with friends was really nice. So I enjoyed biking there a lot and just hanging out with new friends that I had made, which is kind of hard here just because a lot of people don't speak that good of English, which I thought that they would, but a lot of people just don't. They don't speak English. They speak some, but it's very little, and so I go up to everybody and first thing I ask is, do you speak English? And if they don't, they try to get someone that does. So it does figure itself out, but it's still really hard to get to the point, and I really have to work on slowing down my voice so that they can understand me, not talk so fast. But these are around the lake that are right outside my window. It's about a minute walk, and then I would bike around it and see everything. Now these pictures, you probably can't see anything, but they're the Northern Lights, which they were pretty well lit whenever we saw them, but it's supposedly extremely hard to take pictures of them, so hopefully next time I'll be able to see them. But the sunsets here I can definitely see and take pictures of, and they are absolutely breathtaking. Really pretty. So I found a perfect spot. This is actually where I saw the Northern Lights before, and this is where I saw the sunset, and then the sky just gets pink and beautiful, and it's really nice to just see everything and experience Oulu. Now I have my Kumi group, and we merge with other Kumi groups, so these are some people. That girl, her name is Kate. She actually knew Justin Bieber. Fun fact. That was pretty interesting. She played hockey against him. But that's about it for now. I will add more later about my trips to the cabin and another town. But I have enjoyed my stay so far here, and it's been incredibly amazing, and I can't wait for so many more adventures.